You really think that the universe is going to stop you from getting in front of the right people because you posted at the wrong time? Me to me, honestly. Hi, I'm Felicia. I hope you're having an amazing day. I just wanted to pop on and have this conversation with you. I learned of a concept last year called the and so it is mentality. So it's really digging into questioning these random little beliefs that pop up, and it can be as simple as, in my head, I think that there's this trick to posting at the right time and getting on the algorithm. I don't know, the algorithm itself. I started going through this spiral. I love picking up my camera. I love documenting my life. I love filming and looking at all these bits and bobs that really make me excited. I love dumping all of this chaos, great chaos, into a drive and getting on my editor hat and editing it all and making it nice and working on my storytelling, working on all this stuff. I love doing that part. But as soon as I hit render video, and then I know I have to make a thumbnail, a title, SEO, all this stuff, I was like, why is that little part so stressful? It's like I've done all the work. I have to convince people to see the work, right? That this work is important. And I think that energy at the end there is messing me up. And so I was just thinking about that, and that came through to me. You really think the universe is going to stop you from getting in front of the right people because you posted at the wrong time. And then I applied it to literally everything I was thinking of. You think because your thumbnail isn't perfect, you're not going to get in front of the right people because you don't know search engine optimization, SEO, on your video titles. You're unsearchable. Maybe you are unsearchable because not everyone is meant to find you. And that really came through to me. Not everyone is meant to be in your orbit. Not everyone is meant to get your energy. Not everyone is meant to be excited about the things you get excited for, or inspired by the things you want to share, or just doesn't get your energy. And that's okay. I wouldn't want everyone to understand my energy because then it just wouldn't. That's not how the world works. That's not how people work. That's not how art works. I realized my vision because of other creators that are living a similar life to me. I realized all these little things that I want to incorporate that just make life really fun and cool for me. And that's what I'm here to do as well, is to just share. And that's not going to be for everyone. You don't have to be searchable to be successful. There's nothing stopping you from getting in front of the right people. I am just holding on to that, and it feels so much better now when I go to do the thumbnail and the title. It's so much more ease. And this can be any kind of art. It could be the book cover, the book title, how the marketing in general. How am I going to convince someone? That puts you at such a lack state of I have to convince someone, which that's the work too. Marketing is in and of itself so incredibly psychological and interesting, but it's not my form of art, I guess. It's not part of the art, and it shouldn't correlate to how good your art is or how good you feel your art is or anything like that. Hello, Miss Kitty. So yeah, all that was really coming through for me. Why do I think that this process that I'm not good at is stopping me from getting in front of the right people, from doing the right things? And it's just not. Hi, Miss Kitty. Hello. Hello, beautiful. One of my biggest mottos going into any art form, especially YouTube, is align and emit rather than explain and defend. And I feel like the marketing side, the proving side, the clickable side of everything is the explaining and defending. Like, no, this is really good. I tried really hard. I worked, you know, really hard to make this beautiful. Come see it, you know? And I hate being in that explain energy, explain and defending energy almost, of like, hey, do you want to watch this, you know? So I'm starting to take a step back and just like let it feel intuitive. Literally exit out of my mind any thumbnail I've ever seen, any title I've ever seen that might be interesting, that might be clickable, that might whatever. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Like, wipe the slate clean. What does this video say? What does this video look like? What looks nice? Not even to click on, just to exist. Not even what would make me want to click on it. Not what I think it would like make my friends want to click, or my audience, or anything like that. Just, what do I like about this? What is a good short sentence about this video? Starting my forest garden, spilling the wholesome tea of my neighbors, giving me a rocking chair for some eggs, whatever it is. It's just, I've been a little bit less attached to the marketing aspect, letting that explain and defend go, really trusting that not having the right thumbnail title, one, okay, I'll finish my thought. Not having the right thumbnail or title, nothing is going to stop me from getting in front of the right people and reaching the people that I truly want to be here. And the nearly 350 of you that are here have come here because you've liked and clicked on my video already. Like, there is already so many beautifully like engaged people that I've had conversations with, that I've had Zoom calls with. It's been incredible to experience that community that I wouldn't have had unless I started this. And so just staying there. So yeah. What was I going to say right before that? This is why I'm trying really hard not to let my tangents get on top of one another, because I tend to do that. And then my editor self is like, I know what you were trying to say, but you didn't actually say it. So I try to finish one thought before moving to the other, but now I've lost my other thought. Okay, I was saying that the search, thumbnail, none of that's going to stop you from, that the right thumbnail, right title, that's also telling your brain that there is a right, when there are literally so many possibilities for different thumbnails that will do well, different titles that will do well. There is no right, there's just the one that you pick, and you can always change it. I have literally posted a video with a thumbnail that I was like, this feels pretty good. I think I didn't title that right actually, and like a day later I did one of those thumbnail tests or whatever, and then it skyrocketed. I think I changed the title as well, and it's ended up being one of my best videos the last month. And I was like, okay, so even if you did the incorrect one first, you can always change it. You can always switch it up. So really taking a step back of like, there is no right. There is just what you do. And that's with everything. The video itself, there's no right video that's next. There's no right book that's next. There's just the one that you actually do. That's the only one that comes into reality and exists. So how can it be wrong? If it's true to you, if it's what your heart said, if it's what you literally wrote for a year and a half, or filmed for a week, or painted for weeks or months because I'm just so passionate about wanting it to feel like you could do anything. And anything in the process of you doing what you want that comes up that's like, oh, I don't think you can do this because you don't have the right this or that. Like for other people, it might be content, place that they live, editing style. Like sometimes I'm like, man, I really wish I knew how to color grade. That would be so awesome, an awesome element to add to the pictures in my head and the whimsy I have when I'm filming. And one day I'll probably learn that, but it's not going to stop me right now from reaching the right people that will appreciate that when I learn how to do that. Whatever on this journey, if there's a little holdup that you're like, oh, this is kind of stopping me, or this is always a stressful point of this process. Why is it that I think that? What do I think I'm going to gain from making this perfect? And then you realize, oh, it doesn't have to be perfect, because literally nothing is perfect. And there's no wrong way to do anything. Well, the idea of it being right makes it so that whatever you are doing is wrong. There is no wrong. There's just you and your art. And maybe only 30 people see this, but maybe they were the right 30 people. Maybe a lot of people see this and they were the right lots of people. But maybe that was the video, or the book, or the post, the blog, the picture, that you were kind to yourself and loving and supporting your own self throughout the entire way. And that's why it felt so good. And that's why so many people could feel that love and connection and energy throughout the entire process. I don't think you're going to feel that way about every single thing that you do, or no one would have any artistic spirals or creative spirals. You wouldn't learn anything if that was how, but you can so totally appreciate and be so excited when the energy hits that you did make that video with love and respect and awe and whimsy and whatever it is you want your energy to bring to your art. You use that through the entire process, and of course everyone can feel that. And if you're not feeling that through the whole process, and other people can feel that, no guilt, no shaming yourself in that, but just recognizing, what is it about this process that I didn't like? My coach currently, one of the recent things she had told to me that has really helped is letting that inner critic that of oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, instead of really trying to analyze what that inner critic is doing, to let it go and just focus more and more on what you like. And so then you create more of the videos that make you so excited, and you're focusing less time on the ones that maybe didn't hit the nail on the head. But I don't even think those videos are wrong. It's not like that video was right by any means. I know my energy was there. And like I said earlier, maybe you're unsearchable because not everyone is meant to find you. And that's okay. As long as you are finding yourself, the right people are finding you. That is so much more important than the numbers. And having less of the right people is so much more important than having more people that aren't correct. And I will always value one person who I get, who gets me, who I would have a Zoom call with, and you know who you are. I loved that. It's just not even about the numbers. And so that was what was coming through for me. I was literally going to have a completely different morning, and this came through, and I was like, I gotta sit down. I gotta chat this out. So I hope this makes any sense. And I hope that you really do leave knowing that nothing is going to stop you from the right people finding you, as long as you're staying true to yourself. And maybe not everyone is meant to find you. Maybe you're meant to find yourself first, because that's a lot of the work I had to do too before I even started, before I even felt okay, like expressing the way that I do, being on camera, documenting. Like there was a lot of inner work too. So maybe you're meant to find yourself first too. And yeah, that's my little artistic rant. And I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.